What's up, everybody? It's Affinity Commit. I'm back with another Palia tour. Our next tour is all the way from the Netherlands. We're about to see something that's personal and also practical. They described it as a clean clutter core, so we're going to see what that means. One of the highlights of their plot is their living room. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the video for a Q&A with the creator. I like to get everybody on voice and we get to learn a little bit about them. Make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up and I'll see you there. I'm here with Nine West, who hails all the way from the Netherlands. How are you doing today?
Good evening. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Well, you're
Great.
my tour guide where we're going. I'm taking a pan around here and I absolutely love all of the different varieties of trees and flowers and everything that you got going on.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I love what people have been doing with these pavers. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I can never like fathom how to put these down. I'll
It's
probably
really not that. I think
well,
it's easy to just put them all down and then puzzle your way,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool.
puzzle your way up. So, yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
This is has been a lot of work, a long time in the making. And to be quite honest, I switched plots, I think 2 days before the tour. Just because I thought it would fit better with everything.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So
I'm following you. Where should we head first?
let's just start with the thing that I'm the most proud of, which is the living room.
Oh my word. I can see why.
So I just really wanted to create a kind of cabin in the woods, cozy cottage house mansion. It's quite big.
No, I totally dig this. This really, yeah. Uh, let's just appreciate the multitude of books that you have in here. These are things that you absolutely have to prioritize, like when it comes to design, and not too many people have enough asset limit to just have a copious amount of books that you have.
It's quite a lot. Watching your tours, I always enjoy that people have sometimes a personal story attached to their builds.
Oh, do tell,
And
please. Yes, let's hear it.
growing up, my dad really loves reading books, so I just grew up around a lot of books. So, and now as an adult and as a child as well, I really enjoyed reading.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of books and a lot of plants in my house, which you will also see on my plot.
Awesome.
I just really wanted to create something that is warm and cozy and overgrown. And yeah,
Yeah. That well done. Yeah, that's one I'm so impressed. I'm absolutely so impressed with just everybody's presentation. Like Palia, it flirts with being a cozy game sometimes. Sometimes it can be a little more challenging than cozy, but just when people do what you do and set a scene and tell a story behind it and just like boom, like you make a big old statement like right as I walk in, and that's super cool. That's super cool.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. It took a long time. And also, I on accident deleted this wall on this side. So
Oh.
all the
Yeah, and
books are
that's
back.
man, that's another thing too. Like you gotta really appreciate the patience that Palia players have when it comes to making their designs come to life, because
Mhm.
it's just it can be challenging, to to kind of fight those types of bugs and that just kind of break some of the immersion. I I I dig the upstairs. This is a really cool little office area. I especially like that all of the books up here are exactly the same. They totally feel like an encyclopedia, like an old school encyclopedia.
That was what I was going for, but
Nice.
it's a romance novel or something.
Oh, yes, yes. One of those
But yeah,
really long
yeah,
running romance novels, right? That's got multiple chapters and character arcs and right?
yeah.
Like it's a streaming series waiting to happen. This is cool. Very, very well executed. I think
Thanks.
when the building blocks came out, I really was just kind of like, what are we gonna do with these? They're kind of weird shaped. But then as I
Hmm.
see people just building unique furniture and different spaces, it was just kind of like for me, I was like, ah, I get it. Especially like I guess my particular role in the Palia community to kind of capture a lot of these different implementations of it. It's really cool to see how people have just taken like blossomed their creativity, so to speak. I'm having a hard
Two.
time like sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, please.
The thing that I just wanted to add to that is what I also really love is that you can work together and decorate together in this game. So, for example, The Office, I had help from my friend Shay, and she then started with a chair and recommended me to do it in a red color. And then I put the curtains with it. And sometimes you just, when you get an input from an outsider or a friend, then that can inspire you to do something totally different than what you were actually going for. Because upstairs I was going with green and very different color palette. And then Shay came in and it started with the red chair and then the
Yeah.
whole together. So
The couch collab game is really strong. That's really cool. I'm having a hard time deciding if we should go left or right, so I'm gonna leave that up to you.
um good one. Let's go here first.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
I know a lot of people say this like it's not finished. This is not completely finished, but what I wanted to go for is a winery.
Oh,
So
nice.
are the pirate
Yeah, that's really fitting. That's really fitting. I really like this kind of wallpaper for this sort of design, especially with the color of the crates that you chose, very earth tones. And then I feel like this is sort of like the sampling area, for this winery. And let's
it
talk about Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I'm
no,
excited. Sorry.
go on ahead, go on ahead. I'm following.
Let's talk about this dining area. First off, we got here at just the right time. All of the lights are uh perfectly nice and warm and just like this feels, like a nice warm cozy tavern thing.
Thank
And
you.
you put the tables against each other, which I think just gives such a great look for that. Those are multiple tables put together. And
Thank
yeah, I always
I
like
got
the look
that
of these. Like you could tell that like they maybe it was like Hadari or Hassian that just had an axe and they just like roughly chopped these suckers up and just threw them together. You know?
this is actually this table is I had a lot of inspiration from Lady Lana's house. I believe it was her name.
Oh
And
yes, yes. She's from
her
Germany.
daughters.
Fantastic creator.
Yes. So when I saw that, I took inspiration from that. Really. Yeah.
Ah, in this
And
kitchen though. What? This
little
you could
kitchen
fit
area.
so many butts in this kitchen. That's unbelievable. You have a whole troop of people in here. I dig the
I
earth tones. Yeah, sorry. Again, excited.
That's okay. That's okay. I wanted to just create this kitchen with enough space for friends to come and cook. So there's enough stoves and cutting boards and
Yeah.
steak for everyone.
I
Yeah.
love the earth tones here. I love the greens, the pinks, the browns. You got room for everybody, and just like you got this nice fire centerpiece, and it's kind of like the fires like keeping the pans, hot, so you don't really have to worry about waiting for them to heat up. You just put them on the stove and gets cooking. Don't waste no
Yes.
time. What a wonderful
This
feast.
is a little how do you say, cake stand? But then I use the cups and the plate to make a little
Oh yeah.
cake stand over here.
That's really clever. That's really
The
clever.
butter, the milk, and the what is it called? Flour
Mm-hmm.
are over here.
Nice. All your ingredients. Yes. Excellent, excellent
And
tavern work.
that's
And just wanted to check behind this bar here too. I think it's so neat how people come up with all the different angles for stuff that allow you to really paint a pretty cool picture. Like these are shelves that they put together, and just like, yeah, I get the vibe of the wine bottles just stacked, and you got even stuff for kids. I like to call it well, I guess it'd
yeah,
be
there's
hot.
stuff for everyone. The
Yeah,
adults can have wine or a beer or whatever it's called, and then the kids can have a drink too. And then this wine rack is the only thing that was not done by me. So this is someone in my community that had this wine rack on their plot or a
nice.
little bit of a different version of it,
Yeah,
and then he helped me out and built this version for me. So shout out to Flocky.
awesome. The on the second shelf, I refer to that as hot chocolate. My brain does weird things, but I'm following you. Where shall we go? I'm going to the other
Uh,
side.
yeah, let's go here.
Okay. I noticed when I peeked out of here, like, this is really clever. The stones, the cutting boards, that make like a really cool stepping stone thing. And even though we have those pavers, right? You created your own design. Was this pre-pavers or just
Good that you're asking. Fun that you're mentioning this. This was free pavers. So when my friends came to visit and help me out, they were like, 9 item limit. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But if I delete it, then I have to go with the pavers. And I liked it because I haven't seen this before. So
yeah.
to keep it.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. And that's kind of funny though. Your community's like, but yeah, item limit. You're like, don't you tell me. Don't talk back to me. I'll do what I want. Do what I want. No, I love the look.
Really great idea.
I love those stones. And just I shout out to like Singularity 6 real quick, because these landscapes have changed everything. Just to be able to just kind of swing the camera out and you have a wonderful view of everything. There's just such a very powerful thing. I'm excited to see what they cook up next. I
It
love
is
this.
stunning. I also did not want to put too many trees over here because then it would block the view, and it's just
Of
so nice.
course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the little garden area. And then from there, we can go back in.
I appreciate that about homes that have sort of like, we could do, we've done laps around homes before, but when you kind of have like I'm appreciating the order that we're seeing everything, because like we're going out, we're appreciating the outside, and then we're coming back into the house. So it's kind of a neat way that you're walking us through this, because this is like you're getting a little bit of everything in different times. So that's really neat.
Thank you.
I I dig own it. Absolutely own it. Yeah, own this.
A little crafting area, but also the reason I wanted everything to be both cozy and functional is that when you then do come home and you have to craft something, you can enjoy, what you created each and every
That's
time.
that's very poetic, honestly. Because I've talked about this before, how you have crafting areas and stuff like that, and the production machines, they're very much like a means to an end, but why not make them presentable, just like you did. That's fantastic. Tell me about this room. This room has some magic going on.
So this is the bedroom, and yeah, I'm at my item limit, so I really wanted to put down more. For example, I would have added even more books here, but
Hmm.
it was not possible anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that you got all your books in one place, and that is that's a statement.
There's some,
All
I guess.
and yeah, it's also kind of neat too, because like as somebody who, you know, I don't read too many books. I'm more of a short form type of guy. Like I read articles, but I know
Mhm.
people that do read books. They have them laying around everywhere in different, like, just kind of left open and stuff like that. So, if you had books strewn around everywhere, like I would totally understand too. Even if you had like a central library area.
Nice.
I dig it. I like
Thanks.
how open everything is.
Yeah, I really wanted to keep it open. So that prevented me from placing any fireplaces because I
Mm.
really want to have the light shine in or be able to shine in during the day
I
from
don't
all sides.
Yeah, this is absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. I just kind of like this particular corner here. You got a lot of stuff going on that's mixed and matched very well. And you have a lot of layers to it too. You kind of appreciate that. I I don't want to minimize this either, but the simple lantern in the bay window, it does a lot. It really does a lot. Because for one, the light is reflecting off of the bay window. Two, the bay window itself gives you a wonderful panoramic view around whatever you're wanting to focus on. And the
Yes.
landscape that you picked, like it just, man, that just it dials it up. It dials it up quite a bit.
I was kind of bummed that my bathtub was still in the corner, but then I was like, well, if you're sitting from here, you can still appreciate the view, I guess, and have a little privacy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
quite a big bathroom, I know, because a lot of people say that when they come over. I get that a lot. It's why is it so big? And it's because, us girls sometimes just love to hang out and just
Hey,
wanted to have a place to paint our toenails and have it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And
You're like, because
uh,
I deserve it. I deserve it, absolutely. If anybody ever asks you that question again, you just say, treat yourself.
yes,
It's like you haven't lived yet. You haven't lived until you had a bathroom that's as big as mine. It's as big as my room, because I can.
let me think. Let's go over here.
Awesome. I really appreciate like the lighting in Palia, because like we've gotten to see your house from different angles. different angles and different lighting, so we got to see like through the magic hour. Perfect timing. We were in your tavern at that point. Now we're in the nighttime, and just everything is just so glowy and magical. I really
Right? I was
dig this
really
warm lighting
hoping
here.
that it would be nighttime when you would visit.
I know
So I
it's
was really hoping for that.
it's kind of funny that you know, in the past a lot of people have like timed when they sign up for the tour to base off of, you know, what kind of time we'd be in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lighting in here is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
This is actually when the pavilions came out. I built this, and then later on, I there were so many new things to Harvest House, and I kind of forgot about this area. So
Yeah, it's a really
yeah,
good use for it. And I also love the flower boxes too. That's a good touch.
cute. Anyway,
Where did you go? Oh, there
oh
you are.
sorry,
Okay. No, it's no problem. I get lost a lot. Oh,
here is.
bank wide for babies. Ah, that's a nice good sight line there.
I decided to put him a little out of, how do you say that? So
Out of
we don't
reach.
right, yes, out of reach.
But I what I was pointing out is like I especially liked the phoenix right behind the Kitsu. That's a good touch.
True.
Oh man, this right here. This is the springiest gazebo I've seen in quite some time. I love the growable furniture. It's so cute.
I thought it would go well with the whole flowery
Absolutely.
theme over
Absolutely.
here. I really didn't know what to do once I finished adding the flowers to the gazebo. And then the furniture came out, the growable
Yeah.
furniture.
Well, the flowers that you picked on the outside and the lighting and the patterns and everything, that just it all just works so well together.
Cute.
Singularity 6, if you're watching right now, can we color the growable furniture, please and thank you? Because how badass would it be to have
That'd be
to be able
nice.
to color it like dark with some roses? Oh, maybe even thorny too for the witchy vibe people. It kind of hurt, but you know, it's for aesthetics,
Oh,
right?
like that. Green would be nice too, maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like like vines. Super cool.
And then over here, I'm gonna walk around the backyard to here
Ooh,
where my dragons are.
nice. Oh my goodness. You have a council.
I do. I
That's
got very lucky.
absolute. Oh yeah. You got a little egg there up front. You got a whole family. This is what you call a Maji PTA meeting, you know? Everybody's all here talking about business.
So we're looking at the reason why I picked the heights.
Yeah. That's a good view. And that makes sense, right? That makes sense. Like they are airborne dragons and I can
Yes.
totally make that happen.
I'm also from 1988, so dragon is my Chinese zodiac. So when I got all these dragon plushies from the fries with coins, I was so happy. Because that's
Sweet.
all I wanted.
Yeah. Sweet deal.
And they kind of look like they could take off anytime.
They could. They could. I wish
And
that we might have like in the future would have more little I guess babies, but they wouldn't be spooked. Like they could just be, you know, a movable little thing. Oh, what do we have over here? Got a lot of stuff going on.
I do. There's there's a little. lockbox here that wasn't supposed to be here. But there is a dock, a little dock build, and a little stargaze
I love
area.
this. I love stargazing. Like, oh yeah, yep. Passes the test. Right there,
It's
perfect.
good. Good.
Yes.
Thank you.
I always
And
like to
here,
just, is the telescope, if it's not pointing at the sky, it's pointed at your neighbors. This is a dock. This is a dock. What? I love this feature, this waterfall, but like you built out here and oh, you made this a whole thing. Wow. This is not a dock. This is like a headquarters for pirates.
a little place to relax, a little place to do research, a little place to write scrolls,
Yeah, like studies and stuff. And I see you got some birds on the top, you know.
a flock.
You got a whole flock up top. Nice. Just love the like you got it all figured out. The lighting and stuff all the way down. And of course you got the frog family.
I placed in indeed 3 lamps on the bottom of the.
That's a good touch. That's a really good touch because it really gives the like the pool lighting effect, you know?
Mhm.
Clever, clever. That's so cool.
Thank you.
So now we're going to sit down, get some information from Nine West, and get a little Q&A. Let's learn a little bit more about them. If you've enjoyed everything so far, leave me a little comment. Let me know what you have liked, and give me a big old thumbs up. All right, let's get the deets. One of the things I like to do at the beginning of Q&A is I like to talk about all the things that I enjoyed. And I'll tell you right now, there's very few things that I didn't like. Like there's like I enjoyed every single thing about this. Your lighting is on point. This library is immaculate. You chose the perfect wallpaper for it. You have this amazing tavern, like it's big. You got this big kitchen, all of the colors and stuff that you chose. And then we start getting into, you know, the bedroom on the side. You have this super elegant but very cleanly done bathroom. And then everything on the outside, that gazebo was like top notch. All of the different flower patterns and stuff that you did, the cutting boards with the stones around them, you know, pre-pavers, but honestly, I wouldn't change them either. Like damn the item limit, you know? Like if you got a look that you're going for, you go for it. So
Go.
absolutely, yeah. So everything here, like as far as like my opinion on this, you know, as far as like the core goes, right? You had said clean cluttercore. I don't get a cluttercore vibe from this at all, personally. I've seen cluttercore. I've seen like you have to tell me where to go, cluttercore. Like I have to follow a very specific path to walk through this stuff. Cluttercore. This is not
I get
cluttercore.
what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. Um, but I would also say that this necessarily wouldn't be clean core either. Because clean core is like very, very like ups. I don't want to say upscale, but it's like it's very, you know, precise. And I really think, I really think that it leans more, it has lots of elements of clean core, right? No doubt about it. But there's kind of a sub element to a collected core where you're able to kind of go into all of these different things at once: clean core, clutter core, and practicore. Where I get the most vibe from this, from your house, is I feel it's more practical than anything, because the library is all just like, it feels like this is exactly what you would do if you had the same kind of materials, you know? Everything is just, it's precise, but it's also like realistic and practical, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of the vibe that I get from this. It's like it's more practical than anything, you know, as I was walking around. It's just so well executed. Um
Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely. So I guess my first question, and you've mentioned a couple times, like you had some friends and stuff in here, right? But
Yeah,
day one, you joined Palia. Did you picture this?
not at all. Not at all. To
How did
begin
my
with,
follow up is like, how did you get here?
I don't know. This is the thing. I'm not a gamer whatsoever.
Liar. You
So,
are. This is amazing.
but in real life, I just really love to decorate houses. So it's just something that I always enjoy doing.
Is it
Um,
a profession or just something that you love to do?
well, I've been in that type of profession, but it's also something that I just really love to do. I'm just a very creative person.
That's so
Also, been
cool.
in a creative school. So, yeah, and gaming just really came out of, there was this last year where my health was not the best. And it left me a lot of time because I had to quit my job for a while.
Hmm.
And at the time, I was working in the gym, but I had to quit that for a while. And that left me with a lot of time. And then I discovered this uh, whole new thing, live streaming, gaming. And I started watching a lot of people on YouTube. And yeah, so I started gaming last year in the summer
Oh
and I
wow.
bought a Switch. And I heard you guys talk about this in your tours and streams, that a lot of people that started playing Palia bought a computer.
Yeah.
I think they should get paid Singularity 6
Yeah.
because they also made me go from Switch to computer because, as you might be able to understand, my Switch started to crash a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine
So
so.
yeah, I had to. I really had to.
And if
And
those of you who are playing on a Switch, I will say there's a lot of people that I've toured on a Switch that build immaculate designs. So, you know, uh, if you feel
things
enabled by me telling you to go buy a PC to because it's amazing, full go for it, because I have a lot of supporting evidence for that too. But also, you know, if you're just having fun on the Switch, like you can do some amazing things.
amazing things. Yes, for sure, for sure. It's just that once you really want to get further in the game, you gather more items, and sometimes you want to go bigger. And that
Yeah.
was what, and in my case, not everyone, but I wanted to go bigger. And yeah, then it started crashing on me so much that
Hmm.
it started to get annoying. And yeah, gaming should not be annoying. It should be
No,
relaxing, a good time. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like cozy is a state of mind when it comes to games. And even though there are a lot of games that are labeled as cozy, may not actually be cozy. And there are a lot of games that are not labeled cozy that are cozy for people. Like, you know,
yeah,
for me, it's some space games are cozy for me because it's just, you're chill, you know, you're chill out there scanning the stars and ain't nobody bothering you, you know?
nice.
So I like the point that you made. You just love decorating, right?
Yeah,
And also just kind of, you know, pretty much going over to people's houses and decorating too. So this kind of like this is where I have fun because I get to make up some questions on the fly. Uh, all right, you walk into a room that is a collector. I define a collector as very vibrant, lots of like capital E eclecticor, very vibrant. There's lots of geometric angles, right? Describe to me how you would convert that into something more around your design style. Like somebody handed you an eclecticor room. Like, how would you make that yours?
I
Also,
don't
I'm
know,
I'm sorry for such a bomb of a question.
but I don't. I just really love spaces to flow. So that is something that I would do to it. Add greenery
Oh,
and
nice.
light and lights. I think lights set the vibe, and I don't mind if it's a lot of different types of furniture in different colors altogether. If it
Mm-hmm.
matches well, or it sometimes when I see your tours and people have a completely different style than me, they can still inspire me so much because they do things that would not come up in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
the way to really describe it.
We
So,
have some of the same tools. And what amazes me is everybody's different, like everybody's interpretation of it. That is just like one of the coolest things for me to just be able to view is like you're just like, you know what? Hey, screw the item limit. I want books. I want books like everywhere. And that's incredible. So this is
it is.
gonna
If you're stuck, if you're ever stuck to anyone, if you're decorating and you really don't know what to do, my tip would really be ask your friends to come over because they can always give input that you and tell you things that would just never pop up in your brain, and then you can work from there.
and that's true
And
too. Like we started this whole thing. Everybody that I've done a tour with is a Palian tour guide. And we have a secret area in our Discord just for those people. And not every friend is helpful. So if you want somebody to talk to as well, you can always hit up a Palian tour guide just to get some opinions. So I asked on the Discord for lots of questions that we can ask for to ask, newly minted Palian tour guides like yourself. So this last question is going to be from the community. Don't be afraid. But this one is from Miss Kevin who submitted this one. What's one building mechanic you wish we had in Palia? Like,
mm, building mechanic, as in, wait,
the ability, like, how we manipulate items in Palia. Not so much color, but placement.
um, for us to be able to place on certain areas in the new landscapes
Mm-hmm.
because they're just so great and they reach out far and wide, especially the beach one
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
where you can go up and around the corner, and it would just be nice to be able to decorate here and there a little out of bounds
Yeah,
or
that's
what
a
we have right now.
it's a great point. I know that there have been some people who have who've recommended or rather suggested, if you're paying for one of those premium landscapes, the ability to have certain squares that you can unlock, or just like that's outside of the normal bounds of where your house is. Like for example, on the beach one, being able to place stuff around, the, as I call it, the Little Mermaid boat that has that magical
Like,
area, or like being able to place some
yes,
things around like the big pit of magma.
even if it's like a little area,
Yeah,
singularity, say a little,
little
just a
seating
little.
area just to be able to sit on the beach. Come on now, we're not
Yeah.
asking for much.
And then the second thing would be for the trees to be able to be placed a little bit more close to the walls because they kind of changed something in the game. I don't know. I think it was the last update
Hmm.
that made it very hard to blend the trees into the walls. And as you might have been able to tell, this is something that I really love to do. Um,
I feel like to kind of
we
go
made it.
along with that, maybe not so much like I agree with you. I just want to say that. I think so much though, it's more of like being able to place vines or something, some kind of organic green thing on the walls or the ceilings, you know, vines or something like that. Because I think
Yeah,
people are it's in my opinion, it's kind of like the cake parties, right? The reason why we had cake parties is because it was highly lucrative, but the game
yeah,
wasn't balanced at that point. That's why people did cake parties. So people are
yeah.
putting trees next to their house to get this look, to have, you know, greenery in corners and stuff like that. Like, so I feel like, hey, we have an opportunity here. Let's add some vines.
Right. And from the
Yeah.
beginning, you heard a lot of girls that went to Tamala's house and seen it for the first time
Yes.
ask for a lot of that
It's a
furniture to
crime. It is a crime, Singularity 6. Like, let us have a green roof
some
that's like
ivy.
grassy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is I guess, well, one more question, because this is also another really good one that Miss Kevin has asked, and also one of our mods had recommended it too.
All right.
I'd like to relate this because people also, they look at these tours and they despite me saying take that imposter syndrome and throw it out the window, it's not allowed here. People still feel very intimidated. But I like to ask these questions because we're all people here, and you know, you have challenges just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
What's one item that you found frustrating to decorate with?
Oh, that's a good question. One item. Oh, I don't know. I could not tell you right now. I'm thinking really hard, but no, I don't know. I think
Hey,
it's just things like this, for example, this little trellis over here and stuff.
yeah,
Either it would be nice to like get more a bigger variety of decor items.
right.
Now we already have a lot, so I'm not going to complain, but it would just help a lot because then we don't have to do all these glitch tricks.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I feel that too. People are kind of divided when it comes to glitching. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think that it's a means to an end, and I think it's a way to signal to Singularity 6 that this is what we want. We want to be able
Yeah,
to have these kind of combinations of items because they don't exist in the game currently. But
yeah.
people still like to operate within the bounds of the game too. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Nine
It
West,
would
thank
just
you.
make it a lot easier and, it would just save a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me out here and just showing me this immaculate build, all of the creativity, the story, and everything behind it. And those of you who are on the other end of the screen, I want to know what you think in the comments. Make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up, and I will see you all for the next Paleo tour. Until next time, bye bye.